What would you do if a bird suddenly crashed into your window and then came back again the next day? Most people think it is just a random accident. But the strange truth is, birds almost never hit things by mistake. Their eyes are incredibly sharp. Their reactions are faster than humans can imagine. So when a bird flies directly into a window, scientists believe there is always a reason behind it. And some of those reasons are far more disturbing than people realize. Before we go deeper, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, has a bird ever hit your window? Type yes in the comments. What I'm about to tell you will change how you see that moment forever. The sound alone is enough to make people uncomfortable. A sudden bang against the glass. Feathers shaking outside the window. That strange silence right afterward. Some people run outside expecting the bird to fly away immediately. But sometimes it does not move. It just sits there, breathing heavily, looking confused, almost like it hit something it could not see. And that is exactly what happened. To birds, glass is one of the strangest things humans ever created. During the day, windows reflect the sky, trees, clouds, and sunlight so clearly that birds believe they are flying into open space. They do not see a wall. They see freedom. And by the time they realize something is wrong, it is already too late. Scientists estimate that millions of birds die every year after crashing into windows. But here is where the mystery begins. Researchers discovered that some homes experience these crashes far more often than others. Certain windows seem to attract birds repeatedly, almost like invisible traps. Especially windows near gardens, bird feeders, trees, or quiet homes where birds already feel safe. And sometimes the behavior becomes even stranger. There are reports of birds surviving the impact and returning later to the exact same spot. Some stare through the glass for long periods. Others peck at the window again and again. Scientists say this can happen because birds sometimes mistake their reflection for another bird. During mating season, territorial birds become aggressive and attack the image they see in the glass. But not every bird acts aggressive. Some simply stand there silently, looking inside the house, watching movement through the window as if they are searching for something. And this is the moment when many people stop feeling curious and start feeling unsettled, because the timing often feels too personal. People describe birds hitting windows during emotional moments in life, during stress, during grief, during periods of loneliness or major change. Ancient cultures noticed this pattern long before modern science existed. In many traditions, birds were believed to carry messages connected to warnings, transformation, or unseen events. Some believed a bird striking a window meant change was coming. Others believed birds reacted to things humans could not sense themselves. Of course, science does not say birds predict the future. But scientists do admit something fascinating. Birds can detect tiny changes in weather, sound, pressure, light, and even Earth's magnetic field long before humans notice anything unusual. And what researchers discovered about certain birds repeatedly returning to the same window made this mystery even harder to explain. What shocked researchers even more was this. Some birds do not just hit windows once by accident. They come back over and over again, almost like they are trapped by something they cannot understand. Every morning the bird returns. It flies at the same window, sits on the ledge, stares inside the house. And after seeing this behavior, many homeowners started asking a disturbing question. Is the bird trying to get in, or trying to warn us about something? Scientists believe one reason for this behavior is territorial instinct. During mating season, birds become extremely protective of their space. When they see their own reflection in the glass, they think another bird has entered their territory. So they attack the window again and again, trying to scare away an enemy that does not actually exist. But here is the strange part. Not every bird behaves aggressively when this happens. Some birds simply return quietly. No pecking, no attacking, just sitting there calmly, looking through the glass as if they are watching the people inside. And according to bird experts, this behavior is much harder to explain. Birds are incredibly observant creatures. They remember places, routines, and even human faces. Crows can remember a person for years. Ravens can solve puzzles. Some birds can even learn which homes are safe and which humans regularly feed them. To birds, your house is not just another building. It becomes part of their map of the world. And once a bird becomes familiar with a place, it may return again and again. Researchers studying backyard birds discovered something surprising. Birds are more likely to stay near homes where people move calmly and quietly. Soft voices, peaceful gardens, regular routines, and gentle movement make birds feel safe. Over time, some birds stop seeing humans as danger completely. Now think about that for a second. A bird may know your daily routine better than you realize. It may recognize the sound of your door opening, the time you wake up, the place where you drink coffee every morning. And this is why some bird encounters begin to feel deeply personal. Many people describe moments where a bird appeared during emotionally difficult times in life. During stress, during loneliness, during grief. A bird suddenly hitting the window or waiting outside the same room every day. Science says humans naturally connect emotional meaning to unusual events. But what makes these stories unsettling is how similar many of them are. A man from Oregon claimed a bird started tapping on his bedroom window every morning 1 week before he received unexpected bad news about his family. A woman in Canada described a black bird sitting outside her kitchen window every evening during the hardest months of her divorce. The bird disappeared the exact week she finally moved away and started a new life. Maybe these are only coincidences, but ancient cultures believed birds were connected to moments of change for a reason. Birds travel between earth and sky, between storms and calm weather, between seasons of life. For centuries, people believed birds noticed things humans could not yet see. And modern science discovered something fascinating that almost sounds impossible. Some birds can sense tiny pressure changes in the air before storms arrive. Others react to earthquakes before humans feel them. Their senses are far more powerful than we once believed, which creates a strange possibility. If birds can detect hidden changes in the natural world long before humans notice them, what else might they be reacting to when they suddenly appear at our windows? And one type of bird behavior made researchers especially uncomfortable after they studied it more closely. One behavior confused researchers more than almost anything else. It happens when a bird hits a window, but instead of leaving the area forever, it begins returning every single day. Same window, same time, same strange stare through the glass. At that point, many people stop believing it is only an accident. And honestly, it is easy to understand why. Wild birds are designed to avoid danger. Their survival depends on memory. If a place hurts them, they normally stay away from it. That is what makes repeated visits so unusual. Scientists expected birds to avoid windows after crashing into them once. But certain birds do the complete opposite. Some keep coming back for days. Researchers studying robins, cardinals, crows, and blackbirds discovered that many of these repeated visits happen because birds become obsessed with reflections during breeding season. The bird sees movement inside the glass and believes another bird is secretly living there. Every day it returns to challenge the intruder again. But even bird experts admit something strange. Some returning birds do not behave aggressively at all. No attacking, no panic, no territorial sounds. The bird simply sits there quietly, watching the inside of the house for long periods of time. And this is the behavior many homeowners describe as deeply unsettling, especially when it happens during emotionally difficult moments in life. There are stories from people who began noticing strange bird activity shortly before major changes happened around them. A family in Texas described a bird striking their dining room window every morning during the week before they suddenly lost electricity and severe storms hit their area. Another woman claimed a small bird appeared outside her bedroom every day during the final weeks, before she decided to leave a relationship that had made her unhappy for years. Science would say these moments are emotional coincidences. Humans naturally connect meaning to shocking events. And maybe that is true. But what makes bird behavior so fascinating is that birds sense the world differently than humans do. Many birds can detect tiny vibrations in the ground. Some react to pressure changes before storms arrive. Others navigate using Earth's magnetic field, something humans cannot naturally feel at all. Their senses are built for survival in ways people still do not fully understand. And because of that, ancient cultures often believed birds noticed hidden changes before humans could. In old folklore, a bird striking a window was sometimes seen as a warning to pay attention, not necessarily a sign of danger, but a sign that something in life was changing beneath the surface, something unseen, something approaching quietly. Even today, many people describe the exact same feeling after these experiences. Not fear exactly, more like a strange awareness, a feeling that the moment meant something important, even if they could not explain why. And then there is the final detail, the one that bird experts still struggle to explain fully. Because sometimes the bird does not just return once or twice. Sometimes it begins watching the same person for weeks. And when a bird keeps returning for weeks, always appearing near the same window, the same room, or the same person, the experience starts feeling impossible to ignore. Some people eventually stop asking, "Why is this bird here?" and begin asking a different question entirely. Why does it feel like the bird is trying to tell me something? Maybe the answer is completely scientific. Maybe the bird sees reflections, remembers your home, or simply feels safe near you. Birds are intelligent creatures, and researchers continue discovering new things about them every year. But even science admits that birds experience the world in ways humans still barely understand. And perhaps that is why these moments stay in people's minds for so long. A sudden crash against a quiet window, a bird staring through the glass, a strange feeling that arrives for no clear reason. Sometimes the experience disappears quickly and life moves on. But sometimes it leaves behind a feeling that is harder to forget. Maybe birds are only reacting to the world around them. Or maybe they notice changes long before we do. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more mysterious bird stories and hidden animal behaviors. And tell me in the comments, has a bird ever hit your window at a moment that felt too strange to be just coincidence?